Wade Miller of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers joins us now. Wade, congratulations on getting another Grey Cup for Winnipeg. How are you?
Yeah, great. Exciting times for our city and province, and stoked that we're able to bring back the Grey Cup game and festival to Winnipeg.
How long has this been in the works, and how much work goes into bidding on a Grey Cup?
A lot goes into it. It actually was our premier back in at the Grey Cup in Hamilton in 2021, who was suggesting and saying, Wade, when are we bidding on the Grey Cup again? Why don't we have the game back? So it was really Premier Stephenson who really started pushing us to say, hey, let's get the game back. And she was right. We needed to get it back. So it's been in the works. It's been a long process. Bidding on it's different in the CFL. It changed back in 2018 where you actually bid on the Grey Cup now against other cities. So a lot of work went into the bid. Our team off the field did an amazing job in putting together an unbelievable Grey Cup festival and bid document to win this for 2025.
You mentioned how things are a little different now in the Canadian Football League in the distribution of the Grey Cup and the bid process. Considering the way things run right now, how advantageous is it for a market like Winnipeg, which has really established itself as one of, if not the best market in the Canadian Football League?
Yeah, I think you meant the best market, but
I just didn't want to be. I certainly agree with that.
Yeah, no, for sure. And what I would say is it's great to be bringing back the game to where CFL's last fans live and come to IG Field, and as you said, we really set the example and the bar for the rest of the CFL cities, and it's great to bring it back for our fans. And that 2015 Grey Cup we had here was just phenomenal. Obviously been to all the Grey Cups, and I'd like to think 2015 was one of the best ones that I'd ever been to or seen. And I think what people are going to see for our plans for 2025 are just going to build off of that.
I certainly understand why the premier or the mayor would be, actively trying to get an event like this. But from a team perspective, how big of a boost is it for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers to get the big game?
It great from a monetary perspective as well, but also for our fans. Not every fan gets to travel to CFL games and the Grey Cup across the country. We have got a great fan base that travels to every Grey Cup, but it's great to make sure that our fans get that opportunity to be in the stands for the big game every year.
We know the Grey Cup Festival is a big part of the entire event. I mean, it's not just a football game. It's a week of bringing the entire country together. Considering the experiences you guys had in 2015, I mean, do we know right now how similar it will be? Are you planning some new things? I mean, was there anything in the bid that fans would be excited to know that maybe wasn't there for 2015?
Yeah, we're obviously a bunch of years away from 2025. So, at the appropriate time, we're going to roll out those different types of events. And, like I said, I think what we've done is built on what 2015 was. And, 2015 was, that was a ton of fun. I know everybody that was involved in that needed some time to recover after that week of events. And we weren't playing in the big game, obviously, but it was still an unbelievable week of events, and we've got a few others that we're going to add to that, and and also prior to the festival, in 2015, we went up and did a Grey Cup tour up in northern Manitoba, and we're going to expand on that this year or in 2025, and just not go northern Manitoba, but go east and west from border to border, and and also make it out to Kenora too, right? Which we consider part of Manitoba anyways. But, so it'll be a lead up, 6-month lead up to the Grey Cup Festival, and look forward to planning that out, working with our host committee, and making it an unbelievable experience for Manitobans and, more importantly, CFL fans across the country and each one of our fans.
Wade Miller of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers with us discussing the win of the 2025 Grey Cup bid for the city of Winnipeg and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I'm sure this was a big part of a lot of people's job over the last little bit, but I imagine things are quite busy at Bomber HQ, getting ready to kick off another great season in a few months. How's things going there?
It's going well. It's, season ticket members are, renewing and new ones every day. And, still the opportunity for season ticket members to sign up for this year and secure your spot in your seat for 2025. And, we get a lot of questions already of, well, how do I make sure I have my seat? And the first one is, when you're a season ticket member, you get priority over your seat for the Grey Cup in 2025. And, so planning's going real well. We've got some new fan experience type of activations and activities that fans are going to do at Bomber home games this year, which we look forward to showing and getting our fans involved even more.
Hey, speaking of season tickets, I mean, it's well documented the job that you and the team have done off the field, and we certainly know what Mike and Kyle have done on the field. With the continued success and, I mean, the great crowds we've seen in the last few years at the stadium, how much has that impacted the season ticket base?
It's been very solid and grows and stays about the same every year, which in professional sports is actually a huge win because, season ticket people buying tickets for an entire year have changed a little bit, right? And people want to go to the games they want to go to, but we've done very well with that. Our season ticket members get that advantage of saving up to 40% off the tickets, retail discount of 15%. And I think one of the coolest things that we're able to do for our season ticket members is those game day experiences. And the game day experiences, every season ticket member is entered automatically for every game for one of 4 season ticket member experiences, from sitting on the player's bench during warmups before the game to running out of the tunnel with the, before the team takes the field. You see those 30 people and the crowd's already loud, so you don't know why you're seeing 30 people run out on the field. Those are our season ticket members that won that contest to do that for the day, right? Or it's a sideline experience that they get, pregame sideline experience, and then the honorary team captains walking out for the coin toss. Those are some pretty cool experiences that we're able to create for our season ticket members and love doing. So.
We've had some Winnipeg Sports Talk listeners and chatters that have done it over the last couple seasons and absolutely raved about the experience. At the end, it is a results-based business, though. We know the results on the field have been great, although falling just short in last year's Grey Cup. How are you feeling about the squad and the work that Kyle's done in the offseason and the return of Kenny Lawler? What an impact signing that is.
Oh, for sure. Kenny Lawler, and look at the rest of that receiving core. I'm not sure.
You've been around this team for a long time. Is this the best receiving core on paper we have going into a season that you can remember?
Without a doubt. I mean, the last one that probably rivals that is 2000 or 2001 with that group of receivers. And then before that was the James Murphy, Jeff Boyd group. But, for sure it is by far on paper, that group stands out, right? If you're a defense coordinator in the CFL, I'm sure you're not sleeping too good right now with looking across that line of who has the targets that Zach's going to have coming into training camp in the season for 2023.
Well, not to imagine, I think just in general, we've talked with some of the players. I mean, a real unfinished business mentality for a football team that, has been so good. But I'm sure that loss in the Grey Cup is going to really motivate everyone from the first day of training camp right through, hopefully, to getting that thing back in Winnipeg.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's, that's what makes football such a great sport is it's one and done every game, and there's no series, and you got to perform that day. And we came up a little short, and, you can kind of get your head wrapped around it, sort of, I guess, but you never forget those ones. You don't forget them when you're a player ever. I can speak from that from 2001. You don't forget those ones. You're paid to win. And the focus that I know our guys are going to have as an organization is getting back there, as you said, and bringing home the cup for this year.
Well, I guess what would be ideal is maybe have be defending the cup in 2025 after winning it a couple more times. It all starts coming up in training camp. And of course, we'll be in connection with you guys about information for the Grey Cup and the upcoming season. But just before we go, Wade, if you'd like, give a quick plug to the fans on the upcoming season and how they can get involved with the Bombers and maybe become a season ticket member.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Bluebombers.com gives you all those options of buying a season ticket member package or, buying a flex pack, whatever may be the best for you. Call, chat, text our people. We've got an unbelievable organization on and off the field, and our fan service team is there, and just so proud of our organization and the work we do for our fans. And we really talk about it's fan first, one at a time. And we really believe that, and that game day experience starts when you show up to the Princess Auto tailgate area early on. Get there early for the games. We have our specials are back for this year prior to kickoff. I'm not sure where you can go get a $5 beer with your taxes included in that, or a $3.50 hot dog or soft drink. So we got you covered before the game, and come early. And it was the West Final last year was interesting to see how many people were in their seats early to watch the warm-ups. And that's what we want to see is, those warm-ups become just what it was in the West Final. And that I think is maybe the next evolution where our fans go of getting to that stadium even earlier and being there and getting the players going. And it really matters. Our fans make that difference, and people talk about the 13th man and everything. But we know that it impacts other teams when our fans are allowed at IG Field.
Well, I think the fans have been a big part in being able to keep this team together. I mean, why so many people and players want to make sure that they stay as Winnipeg Blue Bombers, not to mention the success you guys have had on the field.
Well, and make Winnipeg their home. There's a ton of guys living here year round now, and they just love come to Winnipeg, and they come out and are part of our youth football programs that we have going on in the winter. And we've got over 600 kids that play tackle football every Sunday in the indoor facilities, and our players are out there some days working with all the amateur coaches and making football better in this province as well, and all the different community initiatives they're a part of as well. So just proud of the entire organization.
Wade, cannot wait for the upcoming season. Congratulations again on the 2025 Grey Cup. What an event that will be. And we'll look forward to catching up with you as we get closer to the season and seeing you at IG Field for Winnipeg Blue Bombers football this year.
Great. Thanks very much.